right, you guys, podcast time.
Chew. It's quieter.
Fucking podcasting right now.
Chew quieter.
And now, to the podcast studio.
Welcome back to Chew Quieter. We are your hosts. My name is Gabe Mercado. We have Chris Meehan here and also Armando Verdugo. And we are the three guys telling you about some shit that's always going on in the Jeep world and politics and social, whatever. Just everything that's going on these days. So
and just gossip between our friends.
That's
sometimes we
that's,
talk
that's
about
the
our
best
friends.
part. That's the best part.
If they don't tune in, they don't get to hear it, so we win.
Yeah. Really quick, let's give a shout out to our sponsor, liftedforless.com. It is your one-stop shop for all your Jeep, truck, and Bronco needs. They have parts from all of our friends that have businesses at the Rock Crawler Suspension. Jeremy Pierrick runs that company. Savvy Off-Road, our friend Jake, Gerald, and Will, thank you. I don't know why I almost forgot his name.
You're forgetting because he's so small.
Yeah, I have to okay, I'm going to get to him in a second before I forget. But liftedforless.com, go there for all your one-stop, one-click shopping for all your truck, Jeep, and Bronco needs. So the story about Will. I don't know if you just saw, but Travis finally sold his TRX.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were in Georgia for the wedding, he was letting Will and I use the truck. So every time I would use the truck after Will, I would have to move the seat all the way back, lift the steering wheel all the way up.
Yeah, he's a short ass.
God, I was like, geez, man, can you just do us all a favor and grow a little bit?
Yeah, he's lucky to stay over the steering wheel.
Did you also have to change the rear tires?
Oh. Yeah, I heard that he was trying to use the sport mode a few times. I don't think he was supposed to, though.
Look, you don't let Will drive any of your own equipment. Even his wife loses stuff. When I left my Jeep out there, I had a B&M shifter that I was going to put in the Jeep. I've been looking forward to it for like 6 months. I left the Jeep out there. Will was going to install it for me. It came time to go pick up the Jeep. And I asked him, I said, hey, where's the shifter? He's like, what shifter? And he's like, the blue box was on the back. He goes, yeah. I said, I left it on the back of the Diabolical because everyone knows me, no roof, half doors, so it's all open for you to install it. And he goes, oh, Jenna drove your Jeep to baseball. It might have fell off on the freeway.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, dude, that was $350. And I was like, how fast was she driving for it to come off the back? I've had stacks of Coke, like boxes of Coke sitting on the back of that, driving back from...
Kilos of Coke?
Yeah.
Maybe. And not fall off. I'm like, my poor Jeep. Damn you, Jenna, and your big fat lead foot down the highway.
Yeah, make sure you say lead foot and not anything else that's big and fat.
She ain't fat.
No, she's not. She's a sweetheart.
She is. Yeah, so don't leave your cars with Will. So, Jake, I'm sorry.
So really quick update. As everyone knows, we were out. I had shoulder surgery. 3 different procedures done on the same shoulder. And as you can see, I still have the stitches in there and everything.
Yeah, it's a through and through. It's fine.
Yeah.
Did he go in right there and then out the other side?
Well, so what they did was arthroscopic. They had one hole was for the camera. One hole was for to drain fluid. And then the other was for the tool.
Mm.
So what they did basically, in layman terms, they shaved down my my socket.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the back hair. Sorry.
Well, they did that too, and my armpit. I was like, why are you shaving my armpit?
Really?
Wait, you shaved your armpit?
Hang
really?
on. That's why. It all makes sense, Armando.
Pick
With
your
the
arm
glasses.
up. Let me see.
Look at the glasses.
I can't lift my arm.
I know.
Look at that's what it is. They've made him more feminine, so look at the glasses he's wearing.
Yeah. Shave your armpits, boom, pink glasses.
Yeah, they shaved my armpit, half of my chest,
Oh,
So I was like, oh God, I don't understand what the purpose of that is. You're not
why
touching
do half? Do the whole thing.
Just shave it all. Like, make it even. Come on.
Yeah, that's
Wouldn't
what
it
I
be
was
like-
kind of thinking too.
It's like it'd be scratchy here and like
It's very scratchy right here,
yeah,
Mm.
very itchy. Yeah,
porcupine.
but the surgery was pretty quick, about 45 minutes.
Oof.
Once I was done, I think it took me about another 30 minutes to kind of like wake up from the anesthesia and
Oh,
everything.
please tell me someone was there for that.
No. So my wife came back home.
What?
She didn't know how long it was going to take. So she went home and then came back for me. But
Man, the dreams you have not being under the influence to coming out of anesthesia would have been hilarious.
so I don't think I had any sort of, it was weird. So like, I remember them putting the mask on my face and then that was it. And then I woke up. Like, I don't remember any dream. It almost felt like I lost a bit of time. in
Oh,
the
you always
world.
lose time, but did you like when you're coming out of it? That's when you say stupid shit.
No, so I don't think anything like that happened. Actually, I take that back. I asked if I pissed myself. Because the nurse, before they took me into the operating room, the nurse said, now just so you know, sometimes people, they relieve themselves because they're
Poop.
under
Yeah.
anesthesia. I was like, oh, great. This is the only pair of fucking underwear I brought.
Wait,
So,
when you go to surgery, you're not even wearing underwear.
Yeah.
yeah, for this one I did. I left my underwear on.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. I thought that too. I was like, they said, just put the gown, you can leave your underwear on. I'm like, are you sure? Like, you don't want to see everything?
Oh, no. Well, they didn't play with you. That's the whole point. Maybe they didn't want to play with you. That's why they said leave it on.
Yeah. The last doctor was like, he's got a hemorrhoid. You don't want to fucking see that shit. So, I just asked when I was coming out. I'm like, I didn't piss myself or anything, did I? And she just starts laughing like, no, you didn't. You did fine. I was like, I didn't shit myself, did I? So, no, I think that was about it. But
Good. Get
the
on
pain, the pain was very bad about 12 hours afterwards. What they do is they inject a nerve blocker into the neck,
Mhm.
and it just kills all the nerves on that side of the arm, all the way to the fingertips. So, about 12 hours, I started feeling that it was wearing off, and I started taking the pain meds, and I overlapped them a little bit, so the pain wouldn't be so crazy. That didn't help at all. The first night, I did not sleep for shit. Second night, didn't sleep for shit. Still haven't slept for shit. It's been exactly a week. But the worst part of the pain was the first 3 days. It was just intense. It's almost to the point where if I had to do it again, I would rethink it. Unless if I have to do it again, unless it's like you have to do it, then I won't.
So you mustn't be taking good painkillers.
I'm taking Oxy and Percocet.
Oh, have you taken the dump yet?
Yes.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Man,
So
I
the
don't know
first
what-
3 days I didn't. I was like completely backed up.
Mm. Did you
And
give birth to
so-
a baby arm?
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah. I've done that.
So I was like, well, I know what will make me shit. So I had stir fried rice with chicken.
That's what it does?
Sesame oil will coat your stomach, and
Oh.
whatever's in there, forget about
Dude, you should just go in the Waffle House.
it.
You need to clean out, just go to Waffle House. Guaranteed 20 minutes
Or
after
Crystal.
you eat.
Or Crystal.
Yep. Crystals will do the
Yeah.
same thing.
But my dreams, though, have been kind of weird. Well, there was one dream I had. I was the spreadsheet that I was working on. So I can see myself like looking through a glass, and I can see the spreadsheet, open and all that. And I'm looking at myself, looking at me. And I'm pointing at the different cells like, okay, go here, go there, put this formula, do this, do that. It was so fucking bizarre.
You
But
have
all the dreams-
weirdest fucking dreams.
All the dreams lately have been like looking in.
Oh,
Oh, how did Ray come back?
how'd you get back in here? Yeah. No, log back to the link. I sent you the email with the link to log back to log.
See ya.
Oh, he's just gonna just log in every now and then and just go, hello.
Yeah.
Oh God. Good old Ray. So yes, old folk, we're just not up with technology.
No, not at all. So where was I? Oh yeah. So the dreams have just been really bizarre, especially being on those medications. So I started taking a natural supplement. I forget what it's called, but you can put it in your food. I forget what it starts with the T, but I've been taking that and just Tylenol for the last night and a half. And I wouldn't say it's working, but the one thing I don't want to do is just start popping these pills all the fucking time.
Yeah, definitely.
So the last time I was on a lot of pain meds was when I had 3 slip discs in my back, and they just kept force feeding me Percocets and Vicodin, and I was taking that for over a year.
Holy crap!
Yeah, so I just didn't want to relive that because that shit sucked. But so far so good. Wiping with my left hand has been.
I was waiting for that part. It's fucking hard, isn't it?
It's very hard.
It's hard. I'm left-handed. I'm good. Fuck you. Ha ha ha. I would love it. I could just imagine you go like. It's just awkward.
That's like it literally is. It's like looking at a T-Rex trying to wipe his ass. It's been awful. Eating with my left hand. I'm right hand dominant, so the surgery was on my right arm. So even eating has been a challenge because I'm like trying to coordinate this into my mouth and missing it.
So are you not? Oh, so you're okay. So I had this argument.
You know, your head turns and your head does this to get
all
to
the
your
time.
Yeah,
but do you use your left hand to hold the fork?
No, I use my right.
So so what if you have a fork and a knife in your hand?
I cut with the right and use
then
the fork.
And then you put the knife down, then you swap hands, don't you?
Yeah.
Fucking stupid. Why do you guys do that? That's more work.
No, well, see, the thing is, I cut everything and then I go through and just slop it in the mouth. I'm like, I don't cut a piece and then put it in my and then swap forks. And man, if I'm cutting and like, I'll use my left hand to put it in my mouth.
I was taught to do it properly, and that's the proper way to do it.
You guys are just weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Fork, knife.
Yeah. But if
and then you just cut.
Wait. Okay. Cut. Let's go back to this. Grab a fork, stab whatever the fuck you're eating. Your mouth opens and moves. Your head can bob and weave and. I don't understand how you.
See, here's the problem. Chris was once under a British colonization, so he wants to get far away removed from that bullshit as he can.
I just find it weird. Like when I.
Well, wait a minute. We can go into the story of the breakdancing.
We can, in a second.
We'll get to it.
We're talking about cutting shit
because the Australians. Lack of we're talking about lack of coordination here.
Okay, let's get into it then. Fuck it.
Who the fuck is Australian? I'm not Australian. Who the fuck is Australian?
So
I'm
this chick
single-handedly
brought
You're Canadian now, huh?
Than anyone has in the whole entire life of breakdancing. So breakdancing started in New York by Puerto Ricans, and then eventually everyone else caught on to this, except for some reason the Australians just recently. This is a new phenomenon to Australia for some reason.
Sorry, I think my microphone's. I can't hear you. Hang on.
Okay. Well, wait a minute. Okay, let's even go further back. Breakdancing was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Who
70s.
fucking breakdance? Well, I know, yes, the start, but like at the hype of breakdancing, it was like the late 70s, early 80s. So I'm gonna go with like
Right.
the 80s because the break-in movie was probably
82, 83.
82, 83. So that's the height of breakdancing, right?
Yeah.
Who's fucking breakdanced since 1985? Fucking nobody. Why the fuck is this even an Olympic event?
So, okay, I'm kind of embarrassed to call myself Australian right now after seeing that. Like, I was just dumbfounded when I found out that an Australian was at the Olympics doing breakdancing. I thought it was like the closing ceremony, or she was just dancing in the street or doing whatever. Who the fuck has breakdancing as an event? It's not a sport.
I mean, look at this chick.
Well, why the hell is it even at the Olympics?
Yes.
Is even
Like-
the better question is like, why are the Olympics actually using this as an event?
Please let it go so I can see the sprinkler once more.
Look, Snoop Dogg's even
look at
laughing.
Snoop
Like,
Dogg.
Snoop
what the
Dogg.
She's doing the fucking kangaroo right now. What the fuck?
I mean, this was just horrible.
But she got a
This was
score of zero.
hilarious. I saw.
She
this.
got a score of 0.
I think
Yeah.
she got the. I think she got the get the fuck out score.
Yeah, it was 0. She did not score a single point for her performance.
Like, that is just. Oh,
So it turns out that she is a college professor somewhere in Australia.
Oh,
Her main studies are gender something rather, and she's also studying
I'm out.
breakdancing.
This just got fucking stupider.
I don't know where she studied it, but it was fucking wrong.
She was also she got a grant from the Australian government to study breakdancing.
Mm.
Chris, you have some
This-
explaining to do.
Okay, so you can't look. You can't pick on Australian government when the American government wants to study somewhere in fucking India on birth defects. Like, let's donate money from America to India to look at birth defects in India. Like,
But we all thought
we
that
don't-
we all thought
we don't like that
Australians
either.
were. Yeah, we don't like that either. But we all thought
Yeah.
Australians had a little bit more. You know,
dude, they got fucking rid of the guns. How stupid are they? Like, come on.
I'm gonna hit you with this nightstick. Stop.
Yeah, like, stop. I'm going to throw rocks at you. Like, but that, like, she should be stoned getting off the plane.
I think she was stoned.
Probably was.
Not that kind of stone. I mean, like rocks thrown at her. Like, leave the country.
Firing line.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Like, so I'm in an Australian Facebook group. Like, I think it's called Australians Living in America or something like that. And these people keep pushing memes into the group of what people have sent them, and it's mostly Americans sending their Australian friends these memes, and they're like, "We've had a fucking enough. Like, stop." Like, okay, hang shit on us. Like, it's all good. Whatever. Enough's enough. We've seen all the clips. We don't fucking like her. It's fucking stupid. And even when she does this, when she shows like, yeah, I'm from Australia, look.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my God. That is nothing to be proud of. It's not.
What do you know the story behind her nickname Raygun, other than it's part of her name, Rachel Gunn?
I don't
Like, why did she call herself Raygun? Did she think that was going to be more
It's
style
slang.
points?
It's slang. It's like Snoop. I'm Raygun.
That's awful.
Yeah. I wonder if
In a country that doesn't have guns, she wants to be Raygun.
Raygun. Yep. It's just fucking stupid. I was just. I haven't watched a lot of the Olympics, but that was enough. I've seen more Olympics of her
Yeah.
breakdancing than the actual Olympics.
True. Yeah, I didn't watch very many of the Olympics. Actually, I didn't watch any Olympics. When the opening ceremonies happened and they had all that debacle with
Oh God, I stopped.
the opening ceremony being just a mockery of the Last Supper.
The Christians and yeah.
I mean, and again, we're not religious people whatsoever, but we're not going to mock religion also.
No.
So, and also it being very, very alphabet people centric. I was just like, no, I think I'm done already for this Olympic season or this Olympic term.
So I do lie. I watch a little bit of the Olympics. I watched the American gymnast. What's her name that won all the gold medals?
Simone Biles.
Yes. Yeah,
Biles?
I watched. Is it Biles?
What's her name?
Bowles.
Bowles.
No, it's not Biles either.
I thought it was Biles.
It's Bowles.
know. Whatever her
Simone
name is.
Bowles.
Biles.
Whatever her name is. Google it. I watched her.
Bowles.
Because,
Bowles.
she is amazing. Like that's what you watch the Olympics for, to watch amazing.
Oh, it
people.
is Biles.
Yeah, Biles.
See?
Biles. But he says it like it's bile, as in like it's poop.
Biles. hey! I just had my ass scoped.
So
Biles.
And I just evacuated after 3 days.
Yes, and just what's shown on Facebook, like the pole vaulter, he lost because
I did see that.
he's got a donkey's dick.
Yeah.
So, you got to be proud of that. How'd you lose Olympics? Oh, my penis got in the way. It's like,
Yeah, but I gained a porn career.
yeah, I'm on Pornhub now, so this is awesome.
Well, apparently there was one chick that got asked to leave the Olympics because she was doing OnlyFans shit
Yes.
at the Olympic dorms or whatever.
Village. At the village. At the village.
This would have to be the most craziest Olympics yet, of just shit going down.
Yeah,
Well,
the boxing chicks, guys.
Well, apparently boxing's gone from next year, from the next one.
Boxing is going to be gone in 2028, which is so odd to me because so many gold medals have come from Los Angeles in boxing. So for it to not have a boxing event in Los Angeles for the Olympics, not even LA, but just period.
I know why they got rid of boxing. Because the event, this is what happens when it's hosted in that country. They have their own event, like they get to choose their own event. So because it's in LA, it's the homeless event. Who is best at homeless will win the gold medal.
Yeah, LA's. I wonder what they're going to do with all the homeless there.
Apparently, they're shipping them out. 2, they're only having buses, no cars for the whole time the Olympics is on. No cars in the city. Everyone has to catch buses. And the mayor or whoever is running it is getting buses from every other city in America to bring their buses to LA for that to happen.
Okay, so that's the city of LA.
Mm-hmm.
Last time the Olympics were in California, in Los Angeles,
they were all over.
They were spread out all over the fucking valley, everywhere. There was the cyclodrome was at Cal State Dominguez Hills. They did track
swimming
and field.
in Cerritos.
Swimming in Cerritos. It was like all over. Like there's no place in LA except for the Coliseum where you might do track and field that you're going to actually do anything in California, in Los Angeles. So I'm just wondering, like, no, it's going to be a shit show. It's going to be a shit show.
We know it's going to be a shit show.
Just like this one is. And it's a reflection of everyone says American politics are shit. No, the reflection is everything is shit because you keep trekking down this fucking I need to love everybody. Yes. You know what? I don't even fucking love myself in the morning. Why the fuck do I have to love everyone else? Mm-hmm. Like fucking stop. Just fucking stop.
Yeah, it's getting bad.
You know what else needs to stop? People posting pictures of their kids going back to school.
I agree with that.
Armando, when was the last time you posted a picture of your kid going back to school?
See, here's the thing. There's going to be one next week.
What? Oh, because she's going to college?
Because she's going to college.
That's different.
That'll be it. But that would probably be the only one ever. But
yeah, they're going to do milestones, kindergarten, elementary.
I get a lot of shit about I don't do personal stuff on the socials from my wife, and she's like, "Well, there's no pictures or whatever." I'm like, because it's really not what I do on there. I mean, I started out doing some of that, but it's not really part of what that is. So yep. it is that thing. But the every year, my wife takes a picture of the kids every year when they go to school from day one, and it might have been even preschool where that started, and she does it, but she doesn't post on Facebook, so it doesn't really fucking matter. She has the pictures in the memory. So you can take the fucking picture, put it right there, put it in your phone, put it on an iCloud, because it's only Apple fucking people. Because
In the cloud.
anyone with with an Android doesn't do that shit because they're smarter than that. So all you fucking iPhone people, fuck you.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Dumbasses.
I don't know when this trend started, but it needs
When
to
Facebook
stop.
started. When Facebook started.
You think that's when it was?
Yeah. I mean, you got to go back, like, way back, like 15
Hey, do you know what a photo album is?
years ago. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
Remember
follow
those
the page.
frames? Remember those frames that you should actually like plug in and like put photos onto it, and it would like change the pictures every so often and would sit on your mantle like that. Like do that. Like that's what you want them for.
And there's much nicer photos being taken of your kid in school during picture day. So why not just use that picture for what they look like for that year?
Well, I have a problem with that one too, but that one's just shit. You used to actually have good photographers that came and do
Now it's just normal
photo
people.
day. Now it's just like, you guys are in high school, okay, come do pictures, whatever, and it's shit, but whatever. But no, it's ridiculous, and no, there's photos for your house, there's photos for you, there's photos that you want to hold on forever. Not everyone has to know about this.
No.
Yeah.
I believe that you do the milestone photos for Facebook, so it pops up as a memory. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't have to do every year.
No.
Or learn how to do the private. It's only for me and my family.
Yeah.
There's a setting that goes to everyone or public. Then there's private. Then there's just friends only. Then there's just for me only in Facebook. Learn to drop it down and keep it. If you want to actually catalog it in Facebook, and if you believe that Facebook's going to be around in the next 10 years, then that's your freaking catalog. Then fucking go for it. But
you know who would have been a perfect person to have on for this, because he just did it himself. Jake.
Mm-hmm.
He just posted a picture of his daughter in her sophomore year.
Cece.
But Jake's always posting photos.
Yeah, so he would have been a perfect person to come on here to explain himself why he's doing it.
Dude, like,
well, he only did it. He only did it because
Jitter.
Okay.
No,
you want to get into that right now? Okay, let's get into that, because fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
So there's this. So Jake is very proud of his daughter, as he should be.
He's proud of
She's
his
very-
family.
She's proud of everything. He
smart.
does a lot. He's worked a lot. He's come up from nothing to become everything that he wants to be, and he's been the person that has everything that he ever wants, and that's the American dream. He is the American dream,
Right?
and he loves his family. He loves his wife. He loves his daughter. He loves his family. He loves everything about that. He loves his son. he loves the Jeep life. I mean, he is an owner at Savvy. Yes,
but even
there's
before
a
he
lot
was
that
owner
goes
of
on.
Savvy,
but even before that, he was always just a Jeep guy that was there everywhere. But he's just that American dream. And if you listen to Steph talk about it, he didn't go to college.
Nope.
He didn't do this, but he's become very successful, and he's built a great life for himself. That is the American dream. That if there's not a better American dream than that, that's it.
Well, that's
you
what
don't
the
have
American-
anything,
that's what the American dream
and you get
is.
everything. Yes, I live
from
the
nothing.
American dream, and
So-
and this is it. And we all do. We all kind of do. You've come here, Chris, to be part of the American dream.
Correct.
Gabe, you grew up in. We've gone over chronicles of where you've grown up and what you've lived and what you've done. You're living the American dream. Your family comes to your house. I know they're not invited, but if they did, they'd be, fuck, dude, you fucking made it.
Yeah.
And this is what the American dream is about.
Yep.
So what happened? Basically, here's the backstory. Cece's birthday was last week. Jake took some pictures, and he's gloating about how beautiful she is, how smart she is, how successful she is as a 16-year-old.
Yeah, well, she's very successful as a 16-year-old.
Yes. And there is this person out there named Jen Jeter. And she has been in the off-road world for, I would say, at least 7 years.
Yep.
Roughly.
Mm-hmm.
She is a sponsor go-getter person. That's all she ever wanted to do. All she ever wanted to do was have a sponsor to have on her Jeep, sponsor me for these parts, sponsor me for my social media, blah, 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 this and this and that. That's the kind of person this chick is. She's a very annoying fucking ugly little fucking girl. She made a post and said that basically Jake was sexualizing his daughter, which was the farthest thing from the fucking truth. The farthest thing from the truth.
Pretty much.
And I understand why her parents probably didn't think she was cute because she's not. So she didn't get that attention.
Well, her dad bought her boobs for
Yeah,
high school
I've heard
or
that
something?
story before.
It's like,
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, let's go back in the history of this person and her coming up and being part of the off-road world. She worked for Bob and Mary at TNT.
And that didn't last long.
And well, they basically just told her to get the fuck out because you're fucking
Right.
causing more damage than anything else. You're fucking crazy. Whatever.
Right.
So there's a history of bullshit with Jen Jeter and whatever she's done throughout the life of everything. And she comes off, first time I met her, decent girl, and then 5 minutes in, fucking hits you with the fucking
Yeah.
and you're like,
Pretty much.
whoa.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
She goes from normal to crazy in like 0 to 60.
Yeah, just add
Yeah.
alcohol. It gets
Doesn't
worse.
even need alcohol.
There wasn't even alcohol
No, but
involved.
you just add alcohol and it gets worse. Way worse.
I'd never seen that.
So I was on a trail with her
With
once,
SEMA.
and she had her dog with her, and the dog just kept barking at me. It's a little yappy dog, and it just kept barking at me. So I went up to it and I was like, "You're gonna fuck with me and just bark the whole time? I'm gonna fuck with you, little fucking dog." So I grabbed its mouth and I just kept it shut, and it snapped at me. And I knew I was going to, and I was like, pulled my finger away. "You little fucker!" She's like, "Leave my dog alone! Oh my god, I can't believe you're abusing animals." I was like, "You know what? Chill the fuck out."
Yeah, she's a piece of work for sure. Like, so we were at SEMA, and she was dressed because SEMA. I don't know if SEMA's still the same time as. I don't know if it's the same time every year as Halloween.
Yeah,
But
it's always right at that
Yeah,
first.
it's around there.
It goes into that first week of Tuesday. It's like a
Yep.
weird timing. Sometimes it's Halloween. Sometimes it's just right after. It just
Correct.
depends on the
So
week.
4 years ago, I think it was, we all dressed up for Halloween. I didn't, of course, because I was working, so I didn't have time to dress up because I was at SEMA. We go out and she's dressed as Pocahontas. And she decides to, get drunk and, you're in Vegas, so you smoke a bit of green leaf, get a little bit of high, and she just went off the rails, and one of my ex-colleagues disappeared with her for who knows how long. And, we come to find out a couple of days later that they actually slept together.
Oof.
And I think he was either just got engaged or got married. Can't remember which one it was. It was a while back now. But she all knew. She knew what she was doing. What kind of person does that? When you don't even know this guy. Literally just met him in that moment. And he's probably not that much better because he's like, oh, an American girl. Ooh. First time in America. So, oh, the girl's interested in me and away they go.
And he had to pick the most crazy, ugliest one too.
Oh my God. Just
Did
crazy.
you break dance with her?
Maybe. Maybe. This is why I don't dance. Like everyone says to me, Chris, why don't you dance? Because I don't want to look like Raygun.
Well, when
Just
I dance, I think I look more like Ozone than Raygun.
Yeah. Well, if I drink and I'm drunk, apparently I dance like Elvis Presley. So,
Oh wow,
yeah, my ankles sort of move like they've never moved before.
that's like Forrest Gump when he was a kid
Something like that.
with the
Clickety
braces.
clap.
Diesel probably dances better than you.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? I bought him up the other day. What did I bring
100%.
him up for? It was about the way he walks. I was talking to someone, and I said, "Yeah." I think I said we were walking somewhere. I said, "Dude, you need to walk straight because the police are going to knock us over because they're going to think you're drunk and disorderly in public." Like, walk straight, dude. Come on, one foot in front of the other. You can do it. Run.
So
Diesel,
anyway,
run.
this chick, someone went through her Facebook and started reposting pictures of her that were just super cringe. And one of them was of her just like sticking her ass out. And they said, you shouldn't be sexualizing women.
Someone. Who's this someone?
Oh, we know who it is.
Oh,
Mr.
damn it.
liftedforless.com.
Oh.
I actually saw that post.
Oh, I didn't see that. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
But,
funny.
but again, I also haven't been the social media guy that I have been in the past.
Yeah, it's and I saw some messages that got sent to me that went back and forth with her because look, she got attacked. She pretty much stepped on some very big toes. Like when you step on someone like Jake, that is known to be this fantastic guy in the off-road industry, you're gonna get some comeback.
She's
you're
good
gonna-
for something like this every couple of years. So she was due.
Oh,
I thought
No
she
one's
was
heard of
gone.
her.
I,
Yes,
I,
no one heard of her.
I haven't seen her or heard from her for 5 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
She showed up 1 year, maybe 4 years ago somewhere. And I was like, oh, you're still around. You still have a Jeep. But like, the fuck?
Yep.
It was like seeing a ghost.
It wa- a broken down old spirit.
Well, she had
just-
like fucking those wraps around her hand,
Mhm.
the carpal tunnels, and she's walking around.
She
like
always
this.
she's
That's
had
not-
that. She's had her wrist issues since I've known her.
Yeah, but do you know how
It's
she got
from
that?
stroking a lot of dick.
Apparently, I was
Apparently,
told-
I don't know why. I don't know why I don't have those.
Yeah. Apparently, she got those because a Jeep hood fell on her, and her
Oh,
hands
God.
got stuck underneath it. That's
not
the
carpal
story I
tunnel.
got.
No,
That's the
You have-
story I
you-
got. That's what she
No,
told
you-
me.
You break some fingers, maybe. You break a wrist. You break something, but that's not carpal tunnel. That's
I mean,
from-
she makes it sound like she was attacked by the mob. You pay up, or we're gonna smash your fucking arms.
Or maybe
in
that's
the
what
hood
it
of a
was.
Jeep.
Maybe she owed somebody some dick or something. I don't know.
I almost think it's she's reaching out for
she got a dick.
sympathy.
She had to take some.
Oh, but I thought she had one.
No. Well, maybe.
She
That would be
might.
a different story.
So I don't know where.
She-
So I'm trying to look for the text that Jake sent me, and I can't even remember where we've spoken now. I've looked on Facebook. I've looked on my texts.
So speaking of Jeep girls, one thing I'm getting tired of too is these chicks. They buy a Jeep and they change their name.
Yeah, dude.
All of a sudden,
It's their
they buy a
alter
Jeep
ego.
and they're Rachel Rubicon, or they're Jeeping Jenny, or they're Wrangler Wendy. It's like, what the fuck? And then the lease runs out. They go buy a Mustang and they're Mustang Mary.
Yeah.
Mustang Sally.
I'm D30 Wendy. Yes, you suck.
I
can't
don't
find
understand the world of the way. I don't know how we got here in the Jeep world.
Dude, so the
It's
thing
all
is,
Scott's fault. It's all fucking
Yes.
Scott's fault.
Somebody's gone.
It's all fucking
It's just-
Scott's fault.
It's just continually evolving.
And you notice
It-
these are the same women that cause the problems in Jeep groups.
Well, okay.
In
Do-
the
do you
Jeep
know-
world,
Yes, in the
Because
Jeep
this is-
world, period.
Okay, but this is what I keep saying. You can't put 4, 5. You can't put 5 women in a room by themselves. they will kill themselves
Mm-hmm.
because they catfight.
No, they will kill each other. They won't
That's
kill
what I'm saying.
themselves. They'll kill each
Well,
other.
Yeah, kill each other. Thank you, Mondo. Yes, but
They will kill each other.
yes,
But you can put 100 Jeep guys in a room,
yeah, and we're all good. Maybe
and
two
we don't
will
have
die.
fun.
Maybe two, because I got 40s and you got 39. So yeah,
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. You've got BFGs. They're not 39s. They're 37s. Yeah, but have you had no punches for 5 years, Mr. Nadeau? I don't think so. But you put Jeep girls in the same show or in the same area as each other, they're going to get catty.
Yeah.
Because it's like they get into a group and they're like, where's the Jeep owner manufacturers at? Because I've got to go and talk to them to try and get free parts.
Right.
Before she does. Because she might have bigger boobs than me or a better name. Like Jeep and Jenny's going to get there before D30 Wendy. It's like it's just as being part of that industry, it's funny to sit back and watch. Because when I was doing it, I had a $200 product. No one's going to come up to me. I had guys come up and ask me if they want to run their stuff. I had a few girls, but it's not because they're going to show their boobs and ass hanging out. Like it sticks on the dash. What are you going to do? Put your ass right beside the display? What are you going to do? It's at the end of the day, sex does sell. It's how it's always going to be, but it's the kind of cattiness that goes with it, and how over the top these girls have to be. There's a classy way of doing it, and then there's just a hoe way of doing it.
Yeah,
and there's a lot
it's either
of
that,
or
they're making videos with a very sexy thumbnail.
Yeah, it's clickbait.
And the whole vid with just clickbait.
Yeah,
or they'll make a video of them going wheeling and say, "I almost died."
Oh yeah, you
It's
went
like,
over a small.
Like, no, you didn't. You didn't almost die. You didn't even barely hurt yourself.
Stupid.
This is where we've gotten with off-road. Period.
Yep.
Well,
There's just so much attention seeking.
Well, you actually have to think about our conversation about the Olympics and the government. It's the same shit, all trickles down. It starts in a very minimalistic form, and it works its way all the way up and infuriates everything. It's the same shit. It's the same shit we're talking about with politics. Same shit we're talking about with everything. It's the race to the bottom. And it's all just crap.
Perfect example. Okay. Earlier this week, Trump and Elon Musk had a conversation that was like a phone call type thing, right? So that same day, all the liberal news media is softball questions by Elon, or technical difficulties stall interview for 40 minutes. So Elon, being the genius that he is, responds to all of these mainstream media people and say, "Hey, this was not an interview." As you can clearly see, the title says conversation with Trump. He responded to the other one, technical issues delayed interview. And again, he says, "No, we were hacked.
Yep.
Someone screwed up with our code, and we had an issue."
Hmm?
Yeah, they overran the server, so you couldn't get on.
And then just with the assassination attempt, Trump falls down on stage.
Yes.
Not even mentioning there was someone shooting at him.
Well, he got a fake ear now. It was all fake.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit. But
I took some of his bandage and used it on my arm, as you can see.
Yeah.
right, yeah, because that shot went right through your shoulder and
It went right through my
backside.
shoulder.
I can see the entrance and
And
the exit. Perfect.
Yeah. It's a magic bullet. It even went out through here too. It went
Oh,
through
God.
here, out there, and the other side.
You just need
It's
to get
the
the Trump. Oh, damn, I wish I had my wallet. Oh.
You might not want to show your wallet. Did you hear today that everyone in the country's social security number and address was leaked or hacked and stolen?
Look what I found. I had to get it. I just had to. Because you know how much I love Trump.
What is that, your debit card?
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
Custom photo debit card.
I can't wait to go out for dinner.
You need to go to Starbucks.
I'm going to find the most liberal place.
No, you just go to Starbucks.
Yeah.
Just drop it at Starbucks.
Yeah. So that conversation with Elon and Trump, it's so far, I think it said, the last I saw was 1.5 billion.
Yes. Billion.
Views.
Yep. Billion.
That's a lot.
No one has done that.
No. And it's done without holding a free concert
or twerking
with Ghetto Trash twerking on stage.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yep. So, and two, we're talking about, if we're going to talk about Kamala and twerking or whatever else, it's been proven now that they are paying people to go to her events.
Yes.
They are literally having actors on an actors page. These are, can you do this and do this and do that? We'll pay you $15 to turn up.
Yeah.
Homeless people are turning up.
Or just faking the freaking pictures for
that too.
Making it seem like.
But the whole thing's misleading. And it's even come out now. All the TikTokers are coming out, all the influencers, the content creators coming out now saying that the Democrats have contacted them to talk about Biden or Kamala Harris. Will give you $50,000 per post to say something good or say something bad about Trump. So your followers flip.
You know what? I just had an idea.
I
might contact Kamala and say, "Hey, I'm switching sides. Send me 50,000 and I'll talk about you all you want."
Yeah.
And then when they say, "Okay, give me the 50, give me the money," guess what? I changed my mind. Sorry, I'm back in Trump again.
Yeah. No, it's just like that.
Check's been cashed. Sorry, bitch.
That to me is vote tampering, like election tampering.
Yeah.
Well, you saw what happened in Georgia 2 days ago, right?
What happened in Georgia?
So there was I think that they're called Political Nerds.
Oh yeah, mm-hmm.
It's a website. Since voting records is an open record, they went and they found a bunch of people that have either died, are in prison, currently in prison, or have moved out of state, have voted multiple times since 2020.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, Fulton County just got found out. It was 1.2 million votes that they can't account for. It just vanished. They can't find the paper. They can't find the digital. It's just gone.
So what they're saying is the way it's happening is these people are stealing identities,
mm-hmm.
and they're getting just the paper driver's license because that's all you need to vote, and they're using that.
Yep. So going on about that, I hope I say it right. The WAFF 48 is a local news place here in Alabama. I think it's just Alabama. I'm not sure. I don't watch a lot of cable, so who knows? I watch their weather for tornadoes. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But Justine sent me a story today about how they found 3,200 illegal immigrants registered to vote. What is happening is, and I found this last week on TikTok also, there is lines of illegal immigrants at DMVs lined up to get their licenses. For me, as an legal immigrant.
No, you're illegal.
With the proper way of getting here, I got my card and all that kind of stuff. I had to wait for my green card to come to get a driver's license. How are these illegal immigrants have a green card already? They're illegals. You can't get a green card unless you're a legal immigrant.
Mm.
Did you promise to vote Democrat?
No, because I'm not allowed to vote yet until I'm a U.S. citizen.
Oh, that's the thing is you should have answered that question. Will you vote Democrat?
Well, I also didn't
I
didn't swim the Rio Grande either. I flew over it.
So one thing about this also is...
Wait, you flew the Rio Grande?
Yeah, dude. In a plane.
I guess you kind of did.
So I was part of a Latinos Against Harris Zoom call. It was hosted by Dom LaCree, correspondent from Newsmax and Politico. And what I found out during that call was illegals that are getting paid once they cross the border, at that point, they're no longer eligible for citizenship whatsoever.
Yeah, because it is the financial as opposed to the asylum.
Mm-hmm. So once that happens, they're no longer allowed to reap the benefits of a citizen, but they're allowing them, like you said, to get a driver's license.
Yeah, so that's
it's just fucking crazy.
So I'm also getting interviewed tomorrow by that news outlet on, because I spoke to him today, and I'm like, well, as far as I know, I can go on the day with my driver's license and register to vote. Because I got a driver's license, they'll tick me off the list. They'll add my name, and then after all the voting's been done, if they actually go through the voter roll and see that I'm not on there, then they can disqualify it.
Mm-hmm.
But we all know what happened in 2020. They're still fighting it today to try and disqualify illegal votes.
Right.
So they don't care. So with all these illegals getting a driver's license, they can just vote on the day, rock up, yep, I'm going to register to vote, here's my license, go in and vote. The people sitting behind the counter, what are they going to do? They're not police. They're just doing the job. They're volunteering.
They don't care.
They're just like,
they don't
let me just mark your name off the list. You're good. Go vote.
This is why they're coming over. It's called voter harvesting.
Correct. They're not they're not doing it with the paper ballots this time. They're actually doing it with people. So what needs to happen is exactly what needs to happen. ICE needs to be at the front of every queue, going in, checking for passports, checking for birth certificates. So this year, guess what? To vote, you need a birth certificate or a passport to show that you're an American citizen. Or you don't vote. Simple as that. It's the only way it's going to be legitimately done this time around, because the writing's on the wall. I see it. I'm pretty sure everybody else sees it. But again, I don't understand why this country has come to this point of everyone just sits back and just waits for someone else to do something. It's never going to happen unless we all get up and do something.
Well,
nothing's going to change.
The problem is not about her or him. It's about the bullshit that the money that's actually behind it all.
Correct.
That is directing all the shit to happen. So it doesn't really matter if you vote for him or her. It's a matter of what you're putting your vote into the backing. And when the backing can bring in that many people, push that many votes, change everything that we stand for, it's a problem. And everyone's like, well, it's hate. No, it's not hate.
No.
Mm-mm.
Mexican isn't a race.
Mm-mm.
It's a skin color. And at the very least, maybe some good food. But beyond that, like, if you're not here to be here and you don't want to be here, whatever. So typically, illegals come across the border for probably from the 40s to the 70s to work. Mm-hmm. And they came
and they left.
They came migrant for a certain amount of time. They came, they left. A few would stay here. They'd find other jobs, they'd whatever. But it wasn't.
Yeah, they'd take the American money and go home.
But it wasn't to change the political output of this country. It was a matter of getting jobs done and going home, taking the money. And you could make so much money here in that short period of time, go home, live like a king for maybe 5-10 years.
Yep. If
not the rest of your life. Build your house and then go do small jobs there and made it so it was affordable. But that's not what's happening now. The immigration that's happening right now is about a takeover of the political system. It's
Correct.
not about. It's
It's
not
not-
about coming here for a better life.
Well,
None
it's
of
not
this
only-
is about a life. And if we say anything that they're coming here illegally, whatever, it's racist.
yes.
And it's not only
Hate
here;
speech.
it's going on in France and then the UK also. Check this out.
Yeah.
Of towns and cities across England encounter demonstrations against a wave of riots by anti-immigration protesters. More than 6,000 police officers were mobilised on Wednesday evening from Newcastle to Birmingham, Liverpool to Brighton, Sheffield to London. Apart from some isolated incidents in Aldershot and Chatham, the marches have been largely peaceful. The unrest came after misinformation was spread online that the suspect in a fatal stabbing of 3 girls in Southport just over a week ago was a Muslim asylum seeker. The first prison sentences for violent disorder have been handed down to rioters involved. The men, all from Liverpool, have been jailed for between 20 months and 3 years.
So over
Inquests
there,
into
obviously
the
we know
deaths
what's
of the
happening in
3
France.
girls.
They've had a whole bunch of immigration issues, and France is just rolling over. The UK now is starting to see this impact, and they're fighting back. The citizens there are fighting back.
Well,
They're
because they
saying
know.
this is bullshit.
So
They're done with it.
they know it's the same thing happened in Australia. So we are a big immigrant country. We have so many asylum seekers. We have, just people like we used to support so much immigration that where I lived in Victoria, the Melbourne was in groups. Like the Arab population came over so bad that they got their own beach, they got their own pool, they got their own schools, they got their own mosques and all this kind of stuff. Now, it's gotten to the point where they're starting to be the minority. So they have the power when it comes to shit. Because it's like we used to say, spot the Aussie. Because it was that bad. Because you had Italians, Greeks, Egyptians, Muslims, every race you can think of. And we were outnumbered. Like the white man in Australia is outnumbered. It's hard to spot an Australian. And that's what that's what the English are carrying on about right now. Is they're happy to have immigration. What they're not happy about is what's going on with their border because they're just letting them in.
Didn't Australia just reject tens of thousands of immigrants also?
I'm pretty sure that's the ones that come over by boat.
Okay.
But that's what they're complaining about is because they're getting overran by Muslims. There's not many Christians left. And they're seeing what's happening in Canada right now, because I don't know if you've seen what's happening in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
They are, I think, is it what's the, when they go to pray, they play that music? Is it the Sharia?
Don't know.
I can't think what it's called, but so when you're over like in Iraq, they have a prayer. I think it's like at 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock, or whatever. But the music,
they broadcast it over speakers, right?
all over speakers.
Yeah,
Canada.
Sharia law.
Yes.
The Sharia laws. So they put their mat down and they face
So Canada,
the
I
east or
think
west,
it's
whatever it is.
Montreal or somewhere in Canada, currently now plays that over the city.
Yeah.
Like
That's crazy.
that's where England goes, well, we're not far from that. If Canada's doing it, we're not far from that. And the stabbing set them off because it wasn't illegal. The media's trying to downplay it because they don't want all out friggin' chaos, because that's what'll happen. The English don't give a shit. They just don't. They are so rough and ready over there. And with the things that I've seen, I've watched the English, Wales, and Irish people walking together in protest. That's never happened. They don't like each other.
Yeah.
That whole
Yeah,
region
no,
is not very
that's the
big.
fight.
No,
No,
but they're all
and
they're all together.
they've been fighting for 1,000 years
Yeah.
all together, and all of a sudden now they're together.
Yep.
So
They're going to unite the clans.
Oh, it's gonna pop. The place
So
is going to
20 years ago, I was in Germany, and all the workers that were behind were all Indian,
Hmm.
and it was like this thing. They're like, oh yeah, there are Mexicans, and it's just the immigration from India. India, funny, has a super huge GDP and has growth and has
Has
all of
now.
this now. But still, people are exiting India at record amounts because it's so shitty. So even back then, 20 years ago, everyone was leaving to go be dishwashers or whatever. And there was a guy who was like, yeah, I was a physicist in India and I'm here washing dishes. Like, okay, that's weird, but okay. And it's politics. It's about all the other crap. But
And now
it's
there's a VP.
Yeah.
Well, she's kind of Haitian, but whatever.
She's Haitian, Indian, whatever you want to call her, Jamaican.
Well, it
But she
depends
ain't
on the
black.
day.
But she ain't black.
It depends on the day.
Even her father has said that she's not black. Her sister has said that she's not black. So, identity politics. That's all.
So the thing is, like, it's going to happen here.
No, it's already it's happening everywhere. It's already happening. It's not that it's going to happen. It is happening.
No, but
we've already seen it in 2020.
Yeah, but
Like,
I'm
the
talking
bullshit-
about revolting people, the American public revolting against the immigrants that are here illegally. Like, they're going to take to the streets. They're going to wipe them out. It's going to be violent because it's going to take. Look how many since the border crossings. How many women have been raped? How many? Like, I just watched this week, a boyfriend watched his girlfriend get raped by 3 illegals, and he got hit over the head with a pole because he was trying to protect her.
Yeah.
If I'm a father, and if it was one of my daughters, I'm pretty sure Gabe would be pissed off. You would be pissed off, and you'd be like, "Let's go get these motherfuckers." Like, I don't care which one it is, just any of them, because they shouldn't be here. So they're a threat.
Yeah, it's
going to happen.
Vigilante justice, basically.
But it's because the government's not doing it. So
Right.
then
Well-
what happens? The people have to do it.
so in Arizona, we've had farmers that have farmland that's right on the
Mhm.
border, and these guys were getting attacked, and there was a farmer that had his wife raped.
I've seen
and
that.
He killed them.
hmm
They prosecuted him.
Yep, he's in prison.
He's in prison. And then now there's what they call the Rough Riders, the ones that run the freaking line that go after and looking for and detaining these illegals as they come over. And you know they're illegals because they have their packs, they have whatever, and then they're in packs and they get pushed on and they drop it, and all of a sudden there's kilos of whatever.
Yeah, they're
And
just
right
pack
now,
horses.
our biggest thing right now is fentanyl.
Yep.
Fentanyl comes over that border like crazy. So
Well, why not? Because it's open.
it's so open. It's allowed. But Arizona has probably locked down a lot more on the border because the United States government doesn't allow it, but everyone in
State.
in the state is doing, except for the lawmakers in the most southern parts of it, because they say, well, they're just trying to do whatever, but
No.
they pass through their counties freely and then come into our county. So you guys, I think we've had this conversation that Sheriff Lamb lives right behind me, and he is a big proponent of border control, and he sees, I mean, he's pulled over cars where there's like 4 people in a trunk of a Honda Civic and bags of shit like under seats and whatever that they're trying to smuggle through.
Yeah, the country's under siege,
and it's about that. Like, if for nothing more, stop the fentanyl invasion that is killing our kids and everyone. Well, I mean, the war on drugs is not going to stop. So you can have,
but at least it got cut down.
You can have regulated cocaine without the fentanyl, just like you have regulated weed without all the other shit that happens behind it. So we've allowed legalized marijuana in Arizona, so that stops some of that from getting up here, because why do you bring it in if it's already legal? And you pay the premium, but whatever. It is what it is. But
you'll always
everything
have
else,
you'll always have it crossing the border, but at least it was minimal. Like, they really had to try hard to get it across the border.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's just like they just carry it in a white bag and like, here, look at me. What are you going to do?
You're not going to get me. I just walk right in.
Yeah.
Like your infrared cameras and all that.
Hi.
All this done.
Yep.
Back in.
It's just crazy.
So let's move on to another subject that I think is pretty fascinating. FEMA has come out and said that they're out of disaster relief funds for the second year in a row. Now, I can't help but to think we would have funds for SEMA if we didn't give certain countries billions of dollars by accident or on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
the reason why the funds cannot be rejuvenated right now is because government is on break right now. They're out of session.
And they're giving it all away. You can't give money if you don't have it.
Right.
Like $113 billion to freaking ISIS.
So now we're not even halfway through hurricane season. They're blaming the drainage of funds on one hurricane for this year. But if this is the second year in a row that FEMA is underfunded, obviously, those funds that are going to other countries should have definitely been funding FEMA. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how those funds are allocated, but we need to look out for our fucking country first.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not how you protect humanity. You can't just
it's protect everybody.
Keep for yourself. You have to give it to everybody. Fuck that.
You have to, and that's what people don't get. So that everyone in this country is like, oh, I want to give everything to everybody else and this and that. Guess what? We're the only fucking country doing it.
Mm-hmm.
When have we? Mm-hmm. So I want to do a poll. When has any country in the fucking world donated money to America? Just give me one at any point.
France did during the during our Revolutionary War, but
when was that?
Well, like in the Revolutionary War, France gave us
so long ago you can't fucking remember, and it was probably like 10 pence.
It was, I mean, it was substantial. It helped us.
But hang on, but that was tied. That money was tied. It wasn't a given. We had to give something back for that.
There were stipulations, yes.
Correct. So it's not just.
But it also cost the king and queen their heads.
Yeah, but that's okay. It gives a fuck.
During the French Revolution, what happened right after that?
Yeah.
The people beheaded, as everyone knows, they beheaded the king and the queen.
Yeah, but then you go back, even just go back 60 years. What would that be? 19. What are we now? 20. So 1960.
60s.
Right. Go just back from then and go, how much has America given to other countries and how much has come back? There'd be none.
No,
we're always the fucking idiots who give shit away. It never comes
back. Yeah.
So it's kind of funny you say that, because on my wall, it's the front page of the LA Times of the day that I was born. My dad thought it would be cool to keep the paper from the day that I was born. So when I bought my house, he gave me this gift. Front page, it says Nixon offered aid in $4.7 billion to Hawaii. No, wait. Hanoi. Sorry, the light is right on
Hanoi.
Yep. Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're right. I mean, we're always giving money to other countries.
Yeah.
Well, we had a war there, so we had to give them money because
to help them rebuild.
At the rebuild
like
after
Japan.
they fucked up and did stupid shit, and then we went in and kicked their ass. We had to give money.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even a war we can say we won either.
No. It has nothing to do with winners or losers, but it was a war we had to go take care of and lost. And
and we all know why.
How many lives of soldiers got lost?
And it was a false flag too. It was a false flag war.
And it was all bullshit.
We all know why they were over there for. It was to protect the freaking poppy fields. It was all about the powder.
Well, yes and no. There were other political things going on, but nevertheless, we should not have been there.
No. We should have never been there.
There's a lot of wars we'd never have to be at.
That many American soldiers lost in that war. It should have been that many American soldiers have to come home to the shit they had to come home to.
Yeah.
And there shouldn't be that many American soldiers that we're still dealing with today that aren't getting the care and everything they need to function back into a normal life.
Yep. It's just it's always gonna happen.
And it's crap. I mean, we're giving to bullshit, to fund bullshit, to do bullshit, but never considering what we need at home.
Yeah, I'd love to work out how much Ukraine has gotten in the last 3 years compared to Afghanistan over those 10 years of Afghanistan. Like, it's just insane that we've given you so much money. How have you not finished the war yet? And I
makes you wonder.
So I actually did meet, not last weekend, the weekend before, 4 Ukrainians. Literally fled their country. They're on asylum visas here. He's got footage on his phone of him running through the forest at nighttime to escape the Russians. Had no idea where he was going. All he knew he's where the Yugoslavian border was, I think it was. And he left his family behind and all that kind of stuff because if they had have caught him, he would have to work for the Russians. And I'm like, dude, like that's just insane.
Mm.
But even he says too, it's like, well, you know, we've been given all this aid, but you don't see it. And he was in that like the Ukrainian-Russian war is a small sliver of the country.
Yeah,
they're not. The whole country's not at war. Just a small sliver. That's all he's fighting for. If he wanted the whole, if Putin wanted the whole of Ukraine, he would have taken it.
No, it'd have been easy to just destroy it all. I mean, but what do you want it for? I mean, it's like,
it goes back. It just goes back to why Israel is where Israel is and where the Palestinians are, where Palestinians are. It goes back so many hundreds of years of we own that part of that land. We want it back.
Right.
It was like HOA came in and rezoned it. The county came in and rezoned it.
Oh hell no! They're not doing that shit to me. I'm gonna fucking open the safe and let them have it.
So they just come back and say we want our land back. If you don't give it to us, we'll fight for it back. Because even some of the people that live in that small slither want to be Russians. They don't want to be Ukrainians, but they've lived there all their life. Their family has lived there all their life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's definitely crazy, but stop fucking sending money overseas. You could do so much better with the money here. That one point, the $113 billion that got sent to ISIS could have housed every single homeless person in his country.
Well, don't forget, Hawaii citizens during that fire only got $500.
Yep.
So why couldn't they accidentally send $1.5 billion to Hawaii citizens to help rebuild?
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's all about them making money because they've got shares in, you know, all the military manufacturers that make missiles and ammunition and rockets and whatever. They all get a kickback because they got shares in the company.
Yeah, because I believe Raytheon had their biggest profits
Yes.
this year than any year ever.
Yeah, because they and two, they're sending all the rockets over to Israel for their Iron Dome. I'm actually going to buy shares in it in a couple of weeks because when Trump gets in, guess who's got the contract to do the Iron Dome here? That company.
One thing that I want to cover before we go, and I think this is one of the most important topics to discuss today. And I'm glad we've already brought up Australia, but we need to bring it up again because some of these names that are in Australia are absolutely fucking crazy.
They fucking
so Chris, can you explain to me why there's a place called Bald Knob, Queensland?
I have no idea, dude.
Or Big Dick Boar?
There is a Big Dick Boar?
Big Dick Boar. What's WA?
Yeah, that's Western Australia.
Okay.
So a lot of these places are named because of I don't know, there's like Funny Knob Creek. It might be looks like a knob and it's a creek, or
Horny Point.
Yep.
Wait, Licking Hole. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. That is a little bit crazy.
The rest of them, the rest of them are kind of like, okay, there's a lot of
okay. So you got to think like this.
Inappropriate, maybe.
Yes. See,
Prickly Bottom.
You got to think like this. So we
Prickly
were convicts.
Fine, but
yeah, we
Stink
were
Hole.
convicts. Hey,
Stink Hole.
It smells.
That's Tasmania, I assume.
It smells and looks like ass.
No, Licking Hole. Come on, there's nothing worse than Licking Hole.
Okay, let's look at some of the worst ones here. We got Stink Hole, the butts, the nipples, Titty Bong. Yeah. What the fuck is Titty Bong?
Look, I'm trying to explain it to you, and you just cut me off.
Wait. Tit Wobble Lane.
Guy's Dirty Hole.
Wait, I think Tit Wobble Lane could be the new nickname for Top of the World.
Hey, it could be.
Finger Buttress.
So you got to remember, we like to cut the shit, right? We like to have a joke and, hang shit on stuff. So going back to being, back, 150 years, these guys making these names up were probably just like, you know what? Let's name this, like Melt Disappointment. And, like the nipples. And shit like that. It's like
Intercourse Island.
Yeah, this will be hilarious. Like if we can get away with naming this place that, we can sit back in 20, 30 years when people actually move there and laugh.
So if I ever go to Australia, I want to go to Hooker Park. That sounds like a great time.
You probably really don't.
I can't blow that up, so I can't read it. But
yeah, you got to make it full screen. If you click on it and then you go make it full screen. So in the inverse, I've seen way worse names in the United States.
Oh yeah.
Worse than these?
Oh yes. Dry Beaver Creek in Arizona.
Well,
there's also
those are innuendos. Those are innuendos.
There's the crack at Dry Beaver Creek that shows up in the United States.
Again, that's an innuendo.
It's not an innuendo. It's an actual name of something.
Well, I know it is, but I mean, it's a beavers usually are in creeks to dam them up, and if it's dry, I mean, I can see the name for that. But these are like blatant names of Licking Hole, Intercourse Island, Horse Knob.
Licking Hole.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. Can you
Mount
imagine?
Boogery.
Hang on. Can you imagine yourself as a 6-year-old saying all these names and not being told off? It's like swearing.
Oh, God.
It's like swearing and not getting into trouble.
Dead Woman's Hole.
Yeah. Mum, you remember that place we went to? Your Dead Woman's Hole? That's named after
trip
you.
in 93 went to Dead Woman's Hole?
Yeah.
Or better yet, Cockwash.
Yep.
This is the river that I washed my cock.
You can't get enough of cockwash. Remember that pub we went to? You can't get enough of cockwash.
Bum Creek.
I met my wife there at Cockwash.
Burnt
Which
Pussy
one?
Mine.
Yep.
Chinaman's Knob. There's a lot of knobs on this list. What's a knob in Australia? Is that a hill?
Like a dick. Yes, you have a knob on your dick. Don't you have a knob on your dick?
Yes, I do.
Right. That's why it's called a knob.
But a knob is
It's like a knob. Like it's round.
Well,
it's a knob.
Here we have Knob Hill. What does that even mean, though?
It's a knob.
Is that some British?
It's like
some British shit.
It looks like your head, Armando. A knob.
It's round.
Yeah, it's like a knob.
Well, actually, my head is all.
So we used to call bald-headed people dickheads because you look like you got a knob on your head.
Okay, so according to the English Dictionary, Oxford,
and I am a dickhead.
A knob is a round lump or ball, especially at the end
of your penis
or on the surface of something. So these can be definitely like
Bald Hill, like
horse hill instead of horse knob. Yeah, exactly. But they still need to explain what the fuck licking a hole is.
You know what? Have you Google mapped any of these names?
I have not.
Maybe you should do that in your spare time. Next time you're sitting on the toilet taking a dump, Google some of those names on Google Maps.
I don't know what my algorithm is going to look like after I do this.
Wow.
It can't be any worse than it is now.
No.
Fucking do it. Come on.
Yeah, no.
We know the shit you look at. You're fine.
Yeah.
Especially those.
I grew up in a town. I grew up in a town called Kilmore. Kilmore. When people would say, "Where are you from?" we'd say Kilmore. Well, what's in Kilmore? We kill more people.
That's where the Abos went to end their life.
Pretty much. Never saw one down there. That's too far south. Too far south. We pushed all those fuckers up north. You can only help someone so much if they're not willing to help themselves.
What would we do without Australia and their dancing and their funny names?
Yeah, dude. And our accents.
And our accents.
What the fuck would you do without Paul Hogan?
You know, the only saving grace of this is now we're no longer asking you if do you have shrimp on the Barbie. We're asking you if you know how to break dance.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing now. See, it's not like, oh, this is a knife. It's not, it's like, oh,
this
crikey, look at this fucking lizard. Now it's
this is a breakdance.
This is a breakdance. Have you heard of Raygun? Look.
Yeah, do the roo.
Dude, I can guarantee you we go to Nashville this weekend and we go to a fucking a fucking bar that has a dance floor. You're going to see the Raygun. Because that's what they're going to call it.
You're probably right.
They're going to call it the Raygun, and it's going to be like,
The memes have been fucking great, though.
Oh, yeah.
This has been the best Olympics for memes, by the way.
Yes. For sure. Like, Puff Daddy was there. Not Puff Daddy, fucking Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Snoop was like the MC.
Like, dude, that guy should not be, like, seen from here down. Like, he's a little, like, you snap him in half.
Yeah, he's tall, but he's a twig.
Yeah, like, blow away in the fucking wind.
How can you smoke that weed and not eat more snacks and gain weight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Metabolism must be off the fucking hook.
Fuck,
when I first saw him full length, I laughed because I'm like, he doesn't look like a tough guy.
Well, I met him I've met him in person. I've smoked pot with him, right?
Yeah, I remember these stories.
Yeah, so I thought the same thing when I first saw him. I walked up to him like,
you little dweeb.
This motherfucker, how is he acting so fucking gangster and tough and shit? And he's like, I could blow him over.
Is he tall?
Yeah, he's definitely tall. He's like probably like 6'4", 6'5".
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
That motherfucker is a gum tree.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Yeah, but I don't know why he was there for. Did you see the closing ceremony? How they bought the Olympic flag to America?
Oh, with Tom Cruise?
Oh, the only fucking
I heard
person
about
you could
this.
get.
So, from what I understand, every country sends an ambassador
Mhm.
to the Olympics.
Yep.
And I guess Snoop Dogg was America's ambassador.
Yeah.
And it's because he's from LA and the next one's going to be in LA.
Yeah. Could have chosen anybody.
But it was just too much. It was just too much Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
He was every fucking where.
Yeah.
Well, I watched 0 minutes of it. I've heard like the stories of all this, whatever, but all the other backside stories, whatever. Snoop was probably the most normal thing that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you see him at the equestrian?
No.
I saw nothing of anything for the Olympics.
The horse.
I refused to watch
I think he was trying to pat the horse, and the horse was trying to bite him. Maybe because he thought it was grass. Like, oh, you smell like grass.
it.
Good old Snoop.
Horse is like, oh, I like Snickers.
Yeah.
One more thing before we go. We got to get to Stupid Criminal of the Week.
Yes, let's do that.
This week, the Stupid Criminal of the Week is actually the Canadian government. And I'll tell you why. There is a person by the name of Dr. Jordan Peterson. Very infamous person. He's an intellect. He's been on Joe Rogan. He's got his own YouTube channel. And he's very vocal about gender manipulation on kids.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very against it. And he thinks that it's sick and disgusting that they're mutilating kids' bodies for this trend. So recently, Canada had told him he was going to be sanctioned, basically. And so he tried to appeal this with the Canadian Supreme Court, and they denied to hear this and rejected his claim. So now his punishment is he has to undergo retraining. And this is going to be with a liberal psychiatric association in Canada. He has to do at minimum 30 hours of this retraining. So recently he had talked about it. I think his daughter is a journalist of some sort, and she interviewed him about this. And he talked about it very briefly. Check this out.
Sitting down with an expert, whatever that means, and they're going to do whatever it is they think they can do to make me into an entirely different sort of creature than I am. And so I'm sort of morbidly curious about that. Yeah, the re-education of Jordan Peterson coming to the airwaves soon.
Canada is also becoming one of those countries like we've talked about earlier with France and the UK. We talked about what they're doing right now in Canada with broadcasting the Sharia prayer thing over the loudspeakers. Canada is going downhill super fucking quick.
Mm-hmm.
Super fucking quick. And I think there was one point in a different interview, Jordan Peterson had talked about loving his country where he's from, Canada, but is thinking of just becoming a U.S. citizen. He doesn't have to face this sort of re-education, at least not yet.
No.
So
if powers to be continue, that's what will be.
Yeah.
Because people do, they've already worked it out, dude. No one in this country stands the fuck up. Look what COVID did to the country. No one stood up and changed anything. No, we're going to work. No, it's bullshit. No, I am not taking the vaccine. No, I'm not doing this. No, there was all like, I'll comply.
In Canada, it was worse.
They know, dude. They know. There's only a handful of people that will do something. And we're never together on it. We're never one big group. We're sporadic all over the country. So
another threatening shutdown. The WHO has already said the monkeypox is getting out of hand. So if they come out and say the same shit they started with COVID, there's going to be a fucking issue.
COVID's
a
already
big
back.
Fucking issue.
COVID's already back.
Yeah.
5 cases in one place this week in where I live.
Speaking of COVID, so this made me laugh. Howard Stern used to be had a funny show.
Mm-hmm.
When COVID hit, he locked himself down in his high-rise apartment for 4 years in fear of getting COVID. Never left his apartment at all. Still got COVID. And is coming out saying Trump supporters are morons and idiots. The irony of all of this is fucking insane.
Yeah. That must have got to him through
Baba
the air
Booey.
vents.
Yeah, must have got through his vents.
It's like that old
Yeah.
lady next door. She must
Well,
have had it. And blew
he
in
is
the
a New
vent.
Yorker. He is a New Yorker. So there's that.
Yeah, they're very big germaphobes out there.
Yep. Well, wouldn't you be? How many millions of people live in New York?
Yeah,
Like,
But it's
they're
not
stacked
even
on top of
that.
each other.
yes, dude.
But it's not even that. It's the liberalism that
Yes.
that is rampant.
Well, it's easy
that runs
because-
shit.
It's easy to do because they're all compacted on top of each other. It's not hard to get them all to agree when they're all in one spot.
And yeah, you keep feeding whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like,
And
on
they're
the
gonna talk to each
subways and
other.
whatever. Yeah, well, and they all take public transportation. So
Mhm.
all you have to do is put an ad on all the public transportation.
Yep.
And you get eyes on it. All of a sudden, you're becoming the note of whatever that is.
So here's what we do. Here's what we do next time. Then we blow up the bridges, seal off the fucking island. Now you can't do fucking go. Now you really can't go anywhere. Now you really can't do shit. If this is your mentality
Mm-hmm.
that you want to lock yourself into place because you're in fear of a cold, guess what?
Yep.
We're gonna isolate you for good. We don't need these kind of people.
What movie
At all.
was that?
Escape from New York.
That's the
Escape
one.
from New York. Escape from New York.
I was trying to think of it. God damn it!
It was a movie.
Yes, it was.
Escape from New York. It's a prison. Just create a wall around it.
Wasn't that
Walls do work.
was what was
Kurt
his name?
Kurt Russell.
Yes, Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Yes.
What was that other movie though with Will Smith where there was that outbreak and they blew up the bridges?
Oh, I don't know.
Outbreak.
No,
Was it
No.
called Outbreak?
No.
the one where he had the dog and the dog got
That was
in
they're gonna make a new a sequel to that.
yeah.
Oh, you know which one you're talking about.
I forget the name of it.
Right now, everyone's watching this going, I know it. It was actually a good movie.
It was a good movie,
But I
but
won't watch
fuck Will
another
Smith now.
Oh, okay. This will throw you. Remember the Will Smith slap?
Yeah,
Pretty sure that was all put on.
I don't
Of
think
course
so.
it was.
No. If you go back, it's a fair way back. Another presenter did the same thing somewhere else. It was the same dialect. Was keep my motherfucking wife's name out of your fucking mouth or whatever. Same words, pretty much the same scene as what they both did.
Well, Will Smith might have copied that, but I guarantee you, Chris Rock was
Oh, no.
not a part of.
I bet you it was all set up. All set
I
up.
don't think so. Chris Rock wouldn't. No,
Yep. All set
I
up.
can't. I can't agree that Chris Rock would allow himself to be slapped like that.
He even
and
said
be
the
the
same
maid.
things. Chris Rock even said the same thing as what this other person did up on stage for that other guy to come out and slap him in the face. Unless it was made with AI, the footage, that's what
Could
happened.
be, but I don't think it was put on.
I'd love to try and find it, and I'll show you next.
I wouldn't. I'd hate to think Chris Rock is that kind of person
I don't know, dude.
because I mean he doesn't have to be that person.
Isn't he a
He's
liberal?
already famous. He's already funny.
Yeah.
He doesn't need Will Smith to be a part of a punchline for him.
Who knows? Who knows what these fucking idiots do? They're in their own little world. They don't care about what we do. They have no issue with what happens with us. They're going to be famous regardless of what we do. But I can tell you,
God, it's driving me crazy. I can't think of the name of that Will Smith movie.
yeah, as much as I want to go and see Lost Boys 2, whatever the latest one is, I can't see it because it's got Will Smith in it. I just dislike any movie he's in.
I Am Legend.
That's the one. Yes.
Oh, the trailer's already out for the second one.
Yep, and I won't see it.
Is he in it?
Yep. Pretty sure he's in the next one. Hopefully he's not, because then I'll watch it.
Do you want to see the trailer really quick?
Let's do it.
All right, hold on. Because if he's in the trailer, then there's a good chance I'm not going to watch it either. I mean, if he's in the movie, just because
he's just stupid.
There's a 100% chance I will not watch either one.
You haven't even watched the first one?
No.
As much as I'd like to see that, I'm not.
Yeah.
I just can't support him anymore.
Nope. I haven't seen Deadpool yet either.
Yeah, neither have I. I'd like to see that.
Justine went and watched it without me. I'm
not taking you, Chris. You talked through the whole fucking movie.
No, that was supposed to go fucking bowling with Ellie's boyfriend. And bowling was closed or was too busy. So they went to the movies, and guess what they fucking watched? Like, Justine hasn't even watched the second one. She hadn't even watched the first one until last week.
Oh, God.
And I said, let's watch it so we can go to the movies, because I'm hanging to go. Like, I've been busting my ass to hang the fuck on and not go. And then she comes home, and she's like, oh, I said, so what did you do tonight? Because you got home late. Bowling must have been pretty good. Half price Tuesdays. Or, no, it was Friday they went. So I'm like, must have been good. She goes, oh, we didn't go. We went to the movies instead. And she's like, you're probably not going to be happy about that. I'm like, why? And she goes, well, we went and seen Deadpool. I'm like, what the fuck? Really? And she's like, yeah. What are you so upset for? I said, I've been waiting. I would have gone opening night. But I waited for you to catch up so we both could go. Because the kids can't go and watch it. It's rated R. Well, guess what? The kids went and watched it. Kinley fell asleep halfway through it, but the other two, Brooke, the younger one, they saw all of it. And I'm like, fuck, now I got to go by myself. I don't care if I have to go by myself, but I could have gone way sooner. And I could have been talking about it with all my friends and all the puns and everything that is on Facebook. I'm like, nope. It's like a spoiler. Nope. Everything that comes on friggin' TikTok or friggin' Instagram stories. No, go away.
Hey, Armando, tomorrow let's go watch Wolverine and Deadpool, and then tomorrow we'll talk about it with Chris on chat.
No, I'm going to go watch it tomorrow night. I'm going to go watch
it. Well, first of all, I haven't seen any of the Deadpools.
Oh, my God.
I haven't seen Wolverine.
Armando.
No, I
do.
Just...
You need to watch Deadpool.
We're ending this episode, and we're not coming back until Armando has caught up.
No, I will not.
No,
I will
you
not.
have to watch Deadpool. It's not like all of them.
No.
It's hilarious. It's funny.
I don't watch superhero movies.
It's not a superhero movie.
This isn't. Trust me. I'm the same way.
I'm not a big action movie person. I despise AI. If there's like any sort of AI bullshit explosions in a movie, I'm out. I'll walk out.
That's called CGI.
I will fuck CGI. Whatever the fuck that is, I'm out. No, it's bullshit. I'm out.
Armando would rather have tissue boxes near him, so in case there's a sentimental part, he can
just funny. Just funny. I can cry on my own about my own shit. I don't need to go to a movie.
There hasn't been very many funny movies, though. I mean, so what movies have you watched?
I don't watch movies. I do not go to the movies. I despise sitting. I despise sitting in a theater with people I do not know.
You can watch the first one at home. It's on Netflix.
On a couch that's not mine. To pay $9 for a beer and $38 for a bag of popcorn. Fuck that. I don't go to the movies. Okay. I don't watch movies.
So watch it on the couch.
All right. So let
me
guess.
Do that either.
Have you watched The Notebook?
No. Never seen The Notebook.
Oh my God.
What about Beaches?
Never seen Beaches.
What about Saving Private Ryan?
No, never seen it.
Who the fuck are you?
Goodness.
I do not. I don't sit well through movies.
Who are you? Have you seen The Goonies?
This is bizarre.
No,
Oh,
I
I'm
haven't seen
done.
the Goonies.
Fuck this.
Oh my goodness.
You
Armando.
have not seen the fucking Goonies?
Nope. I do not watch movies. There's very limited movies that I've actually watched, and most of them are probably old movies.
So Cheech and Chong.
Cheech and Chong.
Dude, like, what have your kids grown up with watching? No movies?
They go by themselves. He kicks them a
They
square
all
in the
go-
ass.
they
Sneak
I'm
out.
not
they
that
all
movie.
go.
They sneak out because Dad won't go.
No, they can go. I'll pay for it, but I'm not going.
You know what they need? Here's what they need. They need a foot bath and a manicurist at the movie theaters.
Then if I get a petty at the movies, I'm in.
Okay, so what if we organized for you to get a petty at the movies and go watch Deadpool? Would you go?
I'd sit back and put my head back and look at the ceiling and
Oh my goodness.
and get a petty.
Okay, we're going to end this podcast because I'm words right now.
Armando won't be back next week, just so you know. Can't do it. I thought I knew this guy. No, clearly I don't.
No,
This is so bizarre.
I have clearly told you guys for many times I do not watch movies.
Yeah, but
It's just not my thing.
He doesn't watch movies. He doesn't watch his weight. What
No.
else does he not watch?
I watch it. Look at I watch it. What are you talking about?
He
I
watches
watch
it.
it all the time.
he watches it.
Oh boy. Okay, folks. I think we're going to end the show here because
Fuck.
this type of revelation needs to be digested.
I don't want. I can't sleep tonight now.
Yeah, this is disturbing.
Oh my god.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening, and thank you, Armando, for just ruining our fucking night with this incredible news.
You know what we
So,
should do?
No,
Revelations
it's not
of
news.
Armando. Like
you
every-
can
everything.
pull back.
Revelations of
You
Armando.
you can pull back, and I say I don't watch movies, and you can go back and you can see every time you talk about a movie, I'm like the stupid like blank stare because I don't watch movies. I just don't. It's probably one of the biggest fights Kim and I have. Like she wants to go to movies, I'm like I don't want to go to movies. So her and the girls go, her and her friends go. I'm like, but I believe the last movie that we went to the theater to see was
E.T.
You know. No, it might
Please tell me
have
you've seen
been
that.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
no, I think it was Big Daddy
Okay.
or Cars maybe.
Okay, that's cool. But have you seen E.T.?
Yeah, I have seen E.T.
Okay. You're starting to come back.
All right, folks. On the next episode, we're going to have a new segment called the
The
Armando
movies
Curtain.
Armando hasn't fucking seen.
No, the
No.
Armando Curtain, and he's going to tell us about all the things that he has never done in his life that we would assume
He's
he
done.
has already done.
You
I'm
are
still
a
a virgin.
weird motherfucker.
Movies are up there with wow.
What did she see in you? What did you talk about in your first date? Hey, did you go see that movie? What movie? Nope. I don't see movies.
Nope.
Hey, Chris, I think this is what they call in Australia a wowzer, right?
Fuck yeah.
This is a wowzer.
Holy
right.
fuck.
All right, good. We got content for the next one.
Holy shit.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening, and pray for Armando.
Yeah, pray for a Monday.
There's no praying for me. I have a great life. I enjoy it.
The shit you're missing out
Not
on.
my idea.
Until next time, thanks for listening.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
See ya.